Konnichiwa, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to be talking about missing client needs. Eigo desu. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. This is the 8th year of the Sales Japan Series podcast, broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minato-ku here in downtown Tokyo. It is chic central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anata mo Presen no Tachijin. My other books include Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Tonin de Okane o Moni Suru wa Yamemashou, and my just released new book is Japan Leadership Mastery, and all are available on Amazon. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive, and even better, thrive in business. I want you to 1, sell more and do it more easily. 2, exceed your targets. In fact, let's blow up your targets. Number 3, make some serious money. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We're not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series. And every second Tuesday, the Business Tachijin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 393, and today we're talking about missing the real needs when selling in Japan. I had a meeting with a client I've been chasing for business for the last 10 years. They've had the same president right throughout, and we get on very well. But this has not resulted in any business coming my way. Over the years, I had been introduced by him to his various HR people, and that is where it has always floundered. Maybe they had their own internal solutions and didn't need us, or the HR people didn't like me, or didn't like the president trespassing on their turf. Actually, I have no idea why I've never been able to crack the code, but finally I thought we were getting somewhere. I was to have yet another meeting with the president from last year, and it kept getting postponed and postponed. Finally, we had our meeting in January, and he said, wait until June, and we'll continue the conversation. I was somewhat surprised when his assistant reached out to me to have that June follow-up meeting before I did the follow-up from my side. I expected he would be in the meeting with the new HR head he had recently hired, but he did not appear. They had 3 executives there for the meeting, including one based outside of Japan who was visiting. Naturally, I had notes for the January meeting, and I was working off the basis that this meeting was a continuation of the previous meeting direction with the president. So, I get straight into outlining the solution for them based on my understanding from my previous discussion with the president at our January meeting. That was a mistake. I assumed he had briefed them on our talk, but it gradually dawned on me that wasn't the case. My approach was wrong. What I should have done was to first ask them what they understood the situation to be around what the president wanted. I didn't do that, and so wasted a lot of time and effort early in the meeting barking up various wrong trees. I could see this genius, transformational idea of mine wasn't going anywhere. They kept asking me rather tactical questions. This totally confused me. because the president had been operating at the strategic level. In the course of them getting frustrated with me not getting the picture, they explained the problem from their point of view. I was floored. Find out more when we come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public courses, and we also have custom in-house programs as well as both in Japanese and English. We do classes in our super safe classroom and we do them live online. Our show today is being brought to you by, on the 24th of August, we'll do our Dale Carnegie course, 12-week version. On the 12th and 13th of September, do high-impact presentations. And also on the 13th of September, we will start another 12-week-long Dale Carnegie course. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have over 2,300 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show in Japan, every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show, and on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from SMEs right up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Now, every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget to grab my business best-selling books on Japan on Amazon. Japan Sales Mastery, which is Saegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anata mo Present no Tachijin. My other books include Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muda ni suru no wa yamemashou. And my just released new book is Japan Leadership Mastery. And all are available on Amazon. Welcome back. Things they wanted were the most basic requirements. I couldn't initially get my head around what I was hearing because it didn't correspond with the image I had in my mind. This firm has been around a long time, and they have been very successful. They have many branches, and therefore I assumed they had all the basics well and truly nailed down. Their ducks were in a row, I thought, but not true. Being a 112-year-old training company and being here since 1963 in Japan, I have a huge curriculum resource at my command and can operate at the most basic or sophisticated levels. In other words, I could give them what they want once I understood it. I was reflecting on why this meeting was initially so hard. I see that I had a direction for them in my mind based on the meeting with the president. I forgot to do the sales basics with them. I assumed we were advancing on a previous conversation, going on to the next level. I was operating above the fluffy white clouds, and they were deep down in a mine shaft. What I should have done was to expect that the busy president had not briefed them at all, or not to a very significant or distinct degree. I should have ignored what I thought was happening and should have dealt with what I had in front of me. 3 people I didn't know, and should have assumed that I had no idea what they wanted. I wish I'd been that smart. If I'd started that way, it would have been obvious to me that I needed to focus down on the basics for them. This handover phenomenon from the president to working level staff is a common enough thing in business for senior or busy senior executives. I will make it my rule from now on to ignore what I think is happening and check to see what they think is going on and what they need to fix their issues. I promise to do better. Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, then please work on your karma and share this with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learned. Go out there and survive. Use it and make some serious money. Bucks, dough, ruler, coin, dosh, lolly, readies, smackers, earners, and bread and honey. Remember, I'm in your corner, your go-to guy for soft skills training in Tokyo, committed to your success here in Nippon.